We have no idea what we're doing, but I did want to talk to you because people who watch the Spidey S channel, you may not know how much Swaggle means to me. He knows this, so he's going to have to listen to it again. But the year is January 2021. We just lived through COVID. I actually didn't fall in love with collecting again during COVID, like a lot of people did. I was already collecting comics and Marvel Legend action figures at a stupid level of OCD, got to have it all kind of thing. And I get a call from my twin brother Dustin, and Dustin goes, "Hey, have you heard what's happening with Marvel cards?" I'm like, "No, what do you mean?" And for context, my brother had a comic book shop, and people would bring in 90s cards. And when they did, he would call me, and I'd go up there and see what I had missing in my collection and buy it, but nothing crazy, right? If I paid $20 for a card, I felt like I overpaid, okay? And he sends me this video that you did, and I can't remember the title. Do you remember the title?
Marvel cards are exploding.
Exploding, that's exactly right. And it caught my attention, it worked. And I watched it, and you were just going through these eBay sales where cars were selling for $3,000, $4,000, $1,000. The boxes were doing $1,500. So people were grading these, cards, and they were selling them on eBay for a lot of money. And it just blew my mind because I was like, hold on, Dustin. I went and grabbed my binder, and I open up, and I see the card that you're showing on the screen in my binder. Yeah. So immediately, you know what I think? I'm rich.
I'm rich. Yeah.
And I wasn't. In fact, I ended up spending about $2,000 grading my binder collection, which in my mind looked pristine, fresh out of the pack.
Yeah.
Going to get a PSA 10. I got a bunch of 7, 8s, and 9s, which guess what? They were worth nothing. Yeah, absolutely nothing. And very, I wouldn't say quickly, but that hype train died down, and the reality of what Marvel cards is been showing itself up. But what that video did is it reinvigorated a passion for Marvel cards, and it made me aware that there was actually modern Marvel cards that I didn't know existed.
Right.
So you are the to blame.
I am so sorry. Yeah. My fault. All of this, would not be here.
Yeah,
Justin would be a happier person.
Much happier. Her inheritance would still be in place.
Yeah. You would be much more financially responsible. No, just kidding. I mean, that's such a cool story, and it's funny how I made that video, and like a lot of people came to me and they would ask me questions about Marvel cards, and I'd be like, well, I don't actually know. I'm just kind of, calling it like it is. And
you're like a reporter. This is happening out there.
This is happening. Check it out, guys. And now, I go to you. Now I go to, Spidey Hits for my Marvel card education, which is really fun because, on my channel, I talk more comics and everything, but I still love Marvel cards. And so I always kind of still want to know what's going on in the world. And so it's been kind of a pleasure to see you jump into it and guys like Josh jump into it and just other people in the Marvel card community.
I think what I would like for the viewer to hear is not Marvel cards. It's the power of creation. If you don't put out that video, my brother and I we don't have that conversation, but what you created. And then it creates again and creates again. And when you think about it, right, because the content has had an impact, we're now at a card art expo that is featuring primarily Marvel cards.
Yeah.
Do you realize that your video played a huge role in what's happening here today?
I mean, that's a cool way to put it.
It's a real way to put it.
Again, I'm just one little drop, in the ocean of content creation and everything. But that's cool, and it's gone to levels that one, it deserves to be at this level, but two, that I who could imagine from that,
I don't think you can imagine, but what I want the viewer to hear is if you want to create content, do it, and it just needs to be your content. It doesn't need to be somebody else's content, because when you're in creation, you never know what you're going to create, the relationships that come from it, the moments and memories, the opportunities, but you never know what it actually does down the line. You may never actually get to know about it, right?
Yeah, very well said. I mean, the getting to meet people, through this medium has been the best part of the entire process. If you have the itching to do it, absolutely hit record, post it. You won't regret it.
I tell people all the time, I'm just a dude who happened to point a camera at his face.
Yeah.
I think you feel the same way.
Yeah.
And with Marvel cards, it needs more content. It doesn't need
Absolutely.
one person making videos. It needs multiple people making videos, and the more the merrier, in my opinion. So I would love to see more Marvel card content out there. If you have any ideas about like, oh, I would love to see this content, do it, right?
Absolutely.
And it's not. It doesn't have to be perfect. I literally have my daughter holding the phone right now, which she's doing a great job, by the way.
She's
I was
killing
like,
it.
wait.
She's killing
So,
it.
guess
The
what?
viewers are like, wow, this is so steady.
It's so
You know,
good.
The frame is
She's
so
like,
steady.
but seriously, if you have a phone, you have an opportunity to do something really special, and I hope you do it. And I'm so glad that you did something special
Oh,
back
thank
in
you.
2021. It means a lot to me.
Well, likewise to you, sir. This is amazing.
Awesome.